Have you ever sat in a classroom staring at a textbook and wondered, when am I ever going to use this? I spent years doing just that, accumulating facts and figures, passing tests and earning grades. I thought I was learning what I needed to know about the world. But then, I moved to one country that completely turned my education upside down. A place that taught me more about life, people, and myself than all my years of formal schooling combined. That country was Japan? Now, don't get me wrong, school is incredibly important. It gives us a foundation, a framework for understanding complex subjects. But what school often misses are the lessons that can't be graded, the ones you learn with your heart, not just your head. My real education began the moment I stepped off the plane in Tokyo, a sprawling metropolis that felt like a different planet. I had a degree, a bit of savings, and a wildly optimistic belief that my textbook Japanese would be enough. I was wrong, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me. In Japan, I barely knew the questions to ask. I remember standing in a grocery store for 20 minutes, completely paralyzed, trying to figure out which bottle was soy sauce. A kind elderly woman, seeing my confusion, didn't just point. She walked me over, picked out her favorite brand, and even showed me a picture on her phone of a dish she makes with it. She didn't speak a word of English, and my Japanese was clumsy at best, but we connected. That single act of kindness taught me more about human connection than any sociology textbook. It taught me that communication is about so much more than words. It's about empathy, patience, and the shared desire to help one another. School taught me history through dates and events. Japan taught me history through feeling. I visited Hiroshima. Standing in front of the A-bomb dome, a skeletal ruin preserved as a memorial, I felt the weight of history in a way I never had from a book. It wasn't just a date, 1945. It was a tangible sorrow, a profound silence that echoed with stories of loss and resilience. Walking through the Peace Memorial Museum, I saw personal artifacts, a child's tricycle, a scorched lunchbox. These items told a story of human lives, not just political conflict. This experience taught me that history is not just about the past. It's a living, breathing part of the present that shapes our commitment to a better future. It's a lesson in peace that you feel in your bones. Then there was the concept of Gambaru, a Japanese word that doesn't have a perfect English equivalent. It means to do your best, to persevere, to hang in there. School taught me to strive for an A, to get the right answer, but Japan taught me the value of the process itself. I saw it everywhere, in the chef who spent years perfecting a single dish, in the office worker staying late not because they were forced to, but because they took pride in their work, in the marathon runners pushing through exhaustion with crowds cheering, "Gambari!" This wasn't about being the best. It was about giving your best. It taught me that effort has its own dignity and that true satisfaction comes from knowing you've given something your all, regardless of the outcome. This mindset changed how I approach everything, from my work to my personal hobbies. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Another profound lesson came from the appreciation of transience known as mano no aware. It's a gentle sadness for the passing of things, an awareness that beauty is fleeting. This is most famously seen during cherry blossom season. For a week or two, the country is painted in shades of pink and white, and then, just as quickly, the petals fall. People gather for hanami, or blossom viewing parties, not just to celebrate the beauty, but to acknowledge its temporary nature. This taught me to be present. School had me constantly focused on the future, the next test, the next grade, graduation. Japan taught me to appreciate the now, to savor a perfectly brewed cup of tea, to enjoy a conversation without checking my phone, to notice the way the light hits the leaves on a tree. I also learned about respect in a much deeper way. It's in the way people take off their shoes before entering a home, a sign of respect for another's personal space. It's in the quiet on public transport, a collective agreement to create a peaceful environment for everyone. It's in the meticulous way gifts are wrapped, showing that the presentation is as important as the gift itself because it reflects your consideration for the recipient. This wasn't a rule in a handbook. It was a social fabric woven from thousands of small, considerate actions. It taught me that respect isn't just an attitude. It's an action, a daily practice that strengthens community bonds. And let's talk about community. School often fosters a sense of individual competition. Who has the best grades? Who is the class president? In Japan, I learned the power of the collective. I saw this in how neighbors would come together to clean the local park on a Sunday morning, not because they were told to, but because it was their shared space. I saw it in the festivals, where entire towns would participate in carrying a mikoshi, a portable shrine, working together in perfect sync. This taught me that we are stronger together. It shifted my perspective from, what's in it for me, to how can I contribute to the group? This sense of shared responsibility creates a society that is safer, cleaner, and more supportive. My years in Japan were like a graduate program in humanity. I learned that vulnerability is a bridge, not a weakness. I learned that patience is a form of respect. I learned that beauty can be found in imperfection, an aesthetic known as wabi-sabi. I learned that a meal is not just for sustenance, but an art form, from the choice of seasonal ingredients to the beautiful arrangement on the plate. Each day was a classroom, and every person I met was a teacher. The train conductor, the ramen shop owner, the student I tutored in English, they all taught me something valuable. So, when I think back on my education, I see two distinct paths. One was in the classroom, a world of theory and facts, which gave me a map. The other was in Japan, a world of practice and feeling, which taught me how to actually navigate the territory. It filled in the colors, the textures, and the emotions that the map couldn't show. It taught me that the most important lessons in life often come when you're lost, when you're uncomfortable, and when you're open to learning from the world around you. My degree hangs on a wall, but the lessons from Japan are etched into who I am. And that is an education you can't put a price on. So my advice to you is this: read books, study hard, but never forget to step outside and let the world be your teacher. You'll be amazed at what you learn. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments which place has taught you the most. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.